Okay, hey lovelies. Oh, how you doing? So, hi, my name is Veronica. Which if you can't tell from my, name on the YouTube channel, but some people do fake names. Ow, my entire body just cracked. Anyway, so it's gonna be super random, but I've been asked. So in my school, right now we're working on changing it. There's only 2 years of ASL, which is American Sign Language. I love sign language. Okay. It's my I took it just because my sister wanted me to. I was like, okay, let's do this. It's the thing. It looks cool. And then I took it and I was like, I love this. What? I love this. And so my teacher was amazing. So that helps. I love her. She's fabulous. It's amazing. I love Mama C. She's my favorite teacher in the world. And I normally don't like my teachers, but she's helping me. I figured out what I want to do because of her and because of her class. So with my future, if my first dream doesn't work out, Ooh, okay. Anyways, so there's only 2 years of ASL. ASL 1 and ASL 2. There's only one teacher, and she only there's 6 hours on a day, and there's 2 hours of ASL 2, so there's 3 hours of ASL 1, I think, and then a prep hour. Every teacher gets a blank hour where they can prep for their classes and stuff. But with Spanish, 4 or 5 teachers, I'm not sure. We call them Spaniards because my friend was like, yeah, we made a joke about how you're all deaf. And it's like, what? It's not something to joke about. I would hate being deaf. Whatever, I guess. None of us are deaf. Well, there's one deaf guy, but he graduated last. There was one deaf guy. Because there are no deaf kids at our school. And the one that does has cochlear implants, which are where you can hear. And so there's 4 or 5 teachers for Spanish, all 4 years of high school, plus AP. Now I wonder who's the favorite, Spanish or ASL? ASL is not the favorite, obviously. And so we're working on, getting the administrators to be like, we want ASL 3 and ASL 4. Give it to us. Or, and we would prefer a deaf teacher because that would be super cool. Since, most people haven't really met any deaf people if you're in ASL. We haven't had Carly, who's that kid in our class, and it's I really should be signing this, but I can't sign and ramble at the same time, I'm sorry. And so we're working on it, and show your support by clicking the likey button and the subscribey button. Yeah. And follow me on Twitter and everything else. Basically any kind of social media, you could probably just type in my name and you'll find me. Except for on Instagram, I don't have my real name on it, but funny. Anyways, so we're working on that, and if they don't listen to us, we're gonna start a petition. And I brought up the idea of a flash mob, because if you look at my other videos, I have a couple, 2 or 3 ASL videos where I'm singing songs in ASL, and that's part of what I want to do. I want to be a dramatic interpreter if I'm not, a singer / YouTuber or whatever. Or, and if I can't do a dramatic interpreter, I want to be an ASL teacher, like Mama C, because she's my favorite teacher, of course. And so, my entire life, I've just come through school and through life, I don't really care, whatever, I don't like making decisions, because then be like, what if I made this decision instead of this decision, or this decision instead of this decision? Because of my anxiety, and I get really bad anxiety, which is part of why I make YouTube videos, because I'm super shy. I'm really, really shy. But if you see me, I performed my song today for ASL for our final, and I know it was good because I love it. I'm doing something I love that makes me happy, and I get slight anxiety, minor stage fright, but I take on it and I build on it and it feels good afterwards. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I get like a super rush from it, and I love signing songs. I just love it because I can get into it and perform, and I love performing. It's what I've always wanted to do with my entire life. And so I love ASL because it's my way of, like, with ASL, you have to use structure, like sentence structure. You have to use facial features. So, like, when you're mad, you gotta act, like, when you talk, say, mad, sad, happy, laugh, smile, take it away. No, this is favorite, colors, favorite. There's more than one sign for each thing. So, like, it's like an accent, you know. So there's literally like an limitless possibilities of this means sorry, by the way. This means thank you. There's a couple swear words that I'm not gonna teach you. And like there's limitless possibilities. And ASL is the one thing I don't stutter in, which is I love it because even today, like someone was like, "When did you start stuttering?" And was like making fun of me for it. I'm like, I've always stuttered. It was just weird because I had an anxiety attack because I had like drama. But I hadn't had an anxiety attack, not because of ASL, but because of something else, and and I was passed out and all this stuff. And, and then I had to end up talking in front of class, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. My ASL is like, if I tell her I can't talk in class, she's gonna be like, okay, you don't have to. She doesn't want to make anyone feel comfortable, which is great because I love it. And with ASL, like, there's limitless possibilities. Like I said, you use facial structure, facial structure. Sorry, it's a joke. Facial features. Like, you gotta like move your eyebrows. You gotta. It's like acting. And it's fabulous, especially when you're telling a story. Or performing a song. Love it. And you also have to, like, you can use ASL sentence structure, which is preferred, but you can also use that in English, which deaf people will understand, but it's more nice to use. ASL sentence structure, like, and you can, if you don't know a sign for something, or if there's a sign, you can describe it, you can spell it, you can, act it out. It's literally like acting. It's literally acting, which is, it's performing in everyday conversation, which I love because I'm super dramatic. Like, I'm super shy. And when I first came to that class, I was like, hiding and quiet and everything, and tiny little signs. And then I was like, wait, this is great. And my signs are big, and in class I can focus and all this stuff. And it's like the one class I enjoy, fully enjoy, that I'm not forced to take. And I love it because it's a great skill. You can the chances of you meeting someone who can only speak Spanish in America are way less than the chances you meet someone who's deaf and only knows sign language. Because lip reading, like, I was having a discussion with people at lunch about this, and I was the only person in ASL plus my ex-boyfriend Derek. But whatever. And the girl at my table was like, "Well, there's lip reading." I'm like, "Really? Have you not seen those YouTube videos on lip reading?" I will try to post a link down in the comment or in the description because they're funny. Like, Mom showed us someone. I was like, "Oh my god, it actually looks like they're saying that." Like, it's so faulty. Like, "I love you" could look like, F you or something. Sorry, I'm not gonna swear because I'm hoping my teacher will show us in class. And it's great. Like, it's terrible. I mean, like, ASL is great. Lip reading is terrible, and they're like, well, there's writing. Really, you want to have an entire conversation with someone while writing back and forth on paper. Do you know one how bad that is for the environment? Two, how annoying that is. Like, I've lost my voice before, and had to take in a tablet and notebook and write down everything that I wanted to say, or whiteboard, and it's the most annoying thing in the entire world. Like, my friend Savannah is engaged to Harley, who's deaf, and he doesn't really know a lot of sign language because none of his family knows sign language. None of it. And he's 18. And it's terrible, and I wish that they would learn. And so I'm helping her learn it, and I'm getting her more involved in deaf culture. So, like, this Monday, there's a deaf event, which I really want to go to. Hopefully I can. And, I convinced her and Harley to go, which is nice. So I'll know someone there. Because, I have social anxiety. And, like, I'm slightly afraid to talk to a deaf person in sign language because I'm afraid to talk to a regular person in English. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Not a regular person, like a hearing person who knows English in English. I'm terrified. I hate talking to people. I always say that I hate people, but I don't hate people. I hate talking to people. But ASL, it's great. It makes me happy. It's the one thing that makes me happy. I'll talk to Momsy and I'll instantly smile on my face. Instantly. Because she's the teacher that, because of deaf culture, it's so close. It's a family because there's not a lot of them. So it's like a little small family, well, a big family actually, and if you're involved in it, then you feel part of it. And I always had issues with my family because my relatives, because they're there's so many differences. They're country and I'm city. They're hunters and I'm a vegetarian. And they're hardcore hunters. And they like country music and I'm over here listening to scream. They think sign language is stupid and I'm over here like I love it. It's hard, but I'm used to it. 15 years of my life gone by and I'm used to it. Plus, because deaf culture is such it's a group that you get to connect more with people than as if you knew Spanish, because chances are that you'll meet someone who knows Spanish. But they'll also know English most likely, unless my friend Tommy is Puerto Rican, and so half of the family mainly speak Spanish, but that's different because they're originally Mexican. But the chance of you walking up to some random stranger on the street and talking to them in English, in America anyways, they'll be like, oh, hi, what's up? No, they'll speak English back. Most likely, especially when we live in Minnesota. We're super far north, literally north as you can get. Well, not as north as you can get. That'd be the little tippy top in Minnesota or New York, but besides Canada and stuff. And sign language, it's an American language. American Sign Language is an American language. ASL is. So it should be regulated because it's having a ramp for people with wheelchairs. Because technically it's a disability, which I hate. It's not disability. It's just, it's like having a cleft lip or having a stutter. Sorry, I really didn't know. It's like having a stutter or having a limp or or being white or being black or being Asian. It's just part of you. It's just something that you can't change about yourself unless you're Michael Jackson or something. Sorry, I had to make that joke. There are famous deaf people. There are famous blind and deaf people. And I hate when people, there are references to deaf people and deaf culture and a zillion things. Abraham Lincoln, his giant statue, his hands are in the shape of an A and an L for his, like, not like perfect, but like, lightly, because he's the one who signed off on Gallaudet, which is a deaf college, only a 4-year liberal art deaf college in the world, or in America, I don't remember which. And it's in DC, Washington DC, which is where we're going next year. So I'm fundraising for it right now. But I love the family feeling of ASL, because there are people in ASL. I wouldn't have dated my last boyfriend if it wasn't for ASL. Granted, we ended terribly, but it was good while it lasted. I would be friends with one of my super close friends, Tiffany. I wouldn't have met Mama C, and I wouldn't know what I want to do with my life. I wouldn't be able to speak to my friend's fiance. I wouldn't be more outgoing. Sign language just helped me so much. It's helped me. I used to be a wreck. I'm still a wreck, but I'm a better wreck because of sign language, and I love it. And this is probably gonna be like a 20-minute video, and I don't edit them, so sorry. And I'm gonna convince Mama C to play someone for classes or something, like her ASL classes or something, not my class, because I cannot watch myself on camera. I can't do it. No, never gonna happen. But and you can act like a girl, you can act like a guy, but because deaf culture is so used to being like, oh, you're deaf and dumb. It's like, no, I'm deaf. Or hearing impaired. Oh my god. I want to see tell us a story about how someone was like, or how deaf people be like, well, you're deaf impaired. Because they're just hard of hearing, or I don't remember the term, but deaf. Not deaf and dumb, not hearing impaired. No, you're deaf. Unless the chances are you will not have a situation, the chances if you have an accent where you can only speak sign language, where you go deaf, or you go deaf and blind, or greater than you having an accent and only being able to speak Spanish. Literally, there's no possibility of you having an accent and only being able to speak Spanish. Maybe 0.2 possibility. I don't even know how that would happen. So, okay, so click the likey button if you show support for ASL. Click the subscribe button if you want to check out more stuff and watch my sign language videos, which hopefully I will be able to do more of. But I've been really busy with my final and stuff. And we're having a concert this spring. So if you live in Minnesota, email me, message me something, and I can give you some details about it once it gets more solid. And yeah, this is life. Alright, so I love you. See, even my goodbyes on all my videos and stuff, my good because I love so much. Okay, I love you. I love you, Mama C. Love you, anyone who's deaf. Wait, can't understand as if you're deaf. Let's see the captions. Whatever. I love you. Oh, only 20 minutes.